Well, good morning. We're back now with the 3585A. As you may recall from the previous video, we're missing the RAM card over here. But I managed to find one fairly inexpensively on eBay. So I thought, well, I'll buy that, and with that coming in, then the unit should be complete, so we should be able to start moving forward. So with that, while we wait for this card to arrive, I thought we'd take a look at the power supply. And the power supply is under this little plastic shield. And this is very common in HP instruments of the era. They shield the power supply, switch mode, high voltage, and they give you the little cutouts, as you can see, to get to the test points. So what I want to do is I want to go in and actually take a look at those test points. So if we have a look here, you can see, and this will be a little bit upside down because I'm keeping it focused because the rear of the instrument is here. But you can see that we have the various voltages. So basically starting from over here, I should pick up, here on A74, I should pick up 18 volts. Then here on A73B, I should also pick up 18 volts, then 12 volts, then 5.3, and then 7.7. So let's go and see what those voltages are. I have my U1253B set up. So let's take a look. Okay, unfortunately the fan is facing me directly. So if we turn this off, you should be able to see that we have a green LED here and a green LED here and a green LED here. So what that's saying is that this 18 volt supply should be good, this 18 volt supply should be good. We're not seeing anything from the 12 volt supply. The 5.3 is good and the 7.7 is not good. So let's actually take a little measurement of that. And we're getting minus 18 there, which I think is correct. Let me have a quick look at my thing. Yes, that's minus 18 volts there. Then this should be plus 18 volts. And it is. That should be 12 volts, and there should be a little green LED there. So let's go measure that. And I'm getting 12 volts there, but I'm not seeing the green LED. That could just be the LEDs dead. But I've also, EV Dave, I think it was saying that he had a similar problem where the 12 volt was an issue. So that's somewhat concerning, but we'll take a look at that. All right, so now the 5.3, yep, that's good. And then the 7.7. All right, and that's certainly bad. So with that, we can see that the power system is not, there's problems in the power here. So let me take this cover off. Now, let me get my little clipboard out of the road so I can put the screws down. Okay. Okay, we'll take this little plastic piece out. Okay, so these two cards, this is A70 is the motherboard that these cards plug into. So 71, 72. These two are the same cards, 73A, 73B, 74, 75. And they both will develop either 12 volts or 18 volts, depending upon which one they're plugged into. So let's take a quick look at this guy here. And we can see that the test point was giving us 12 volts, but the LED wasn't showing up or showing anything. So maybe the LED's broken, but we're still seeing 12 volts. So let's why don't we just give it a try? Let's just swap these two boards around and see what happens. So if you remember from the first video, this was one of the boards that was in the wrong spot, or oops, bugger. No, that was bent up. Hang on, let me get in there and see it from the top down so that we're in the right thing. And let's take this guy and put him here. So it is completely, if somebody's stolen this, it's completely possible that they took a board out of the, how? Why is that not going in? Okay, let's try this again. It's completely possible that they took a board out of the unit for the power supply as well. So now we've swapped these over, let's just turn this back on again. And if we turn this light off, you can see that we're getting a green LED there. And if we look at that, that's 12.1. And we're not getting anything here, but if we look at that test point, that's 18.1 as well. So I'm thinking that maybe there's a problem with the LED. We'll take a look at that soon. But we clearly have a problem with the 7.7 volt power supply as well. So what we'll do is we will pause here. Well, future Tony here, let's just stop this for a moment. It didn't make sense to me. I had to check two boards, so let's just go do that. The green LED is this first one just here. So let me see if I can get that first one just here. So if we have a look at one direction, seems to be acting like a capacitor. There's really nothing. It goes through a resistor to ground. So, and if we go the other way, you know, we're getting a dead short. Oh no, there we go. We're getting something. It's not healthy. If we look at the other resistor, which is the overcurrent one, which is right next to it, you can see they're both from the same series. See very quickly 1.35, and if we go the other way, you see it's open. So I think that that's pretty conclusive that that little the little LED here, the little green guy you can see here, is dead. So let's put this guy back in and take a quick look at the 7.7 volt card. So okay, so we have that in now. Let's grab that 7.7 volt card out and take a quick look at it. And I think maybe the first thing, everything looks sort of okay. I can't see the fuse, but let's take a quick look at the fuse there. Let's turn that back light. Okay. Now, unfortunately, this thing's so big, my lighting is all screwed up. Okay. I would have used the Agilent, but the OLED display has a flicker effect there. So if we take a look at that, yeah. All right. Well, that fuse seems to be blown. So let's pop that out and replace it. I'll be right back. Okay, we have a new fuse in there now. So let's drop this in. Okay, let's turn off this light. And remember, we should expect to see LEDs here, 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 and here. We won't see one here because remember we found that LED to have a... interesting. Okay, we now have an overcurrent and an issue there. All right, well, let us pop that out. Did we blow the fuse? Yes, we did. Okay. Yep, so that fuse just blew. All right, well, what this means is that we have something more going on here that we need to look into. And so we will be back, but we'll be back to investigate why we're blowing the fuse on the 7.7. Anyway, I'll return you to the other video and take a look at the steps that we need to go through to work that out. And then we will come back in the next part and see if we can fix either the LED or the 7.7 volt output supply rail. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little update, and we'll catch you again in the next one. Bye.